today, I'm pleased to announce that we have officially selected an architecture for this state-of-the-art system that will deploy next-generation technologies across the land, sea, and space, including space-based sensors and interceptors. And Canada has called us, and they want to be a part of it. So we'll be talking to them. They want to have protection also. So as usual, we help Canada do the best we can. This design for the Golden Dome will integrate with our existing defense capabilities and should be fully operational before the end of my term. So we'll have it done in about 3 years. Once fully constructed, the Golden Dome will be capable of intercepting missiles even if they are launched from other sides of the world and even if they are launched from space. And we will have the best system ever built. As you know, we helped Israel with theirs, and it was very successful, and now we have technology that's even far advanced from that, but including hypersonic missiles, ballistic missiles, and advanced cruise missiles. All of them will be knocked out of the air.
This was a visit to mend fences by a group of senators who said they understand how much damage has been done.
It's not like we are naive about how hard this has been, especially the border states. Every single day we feel it.
More than anything, we want to say to our Canadian friends, we still love you as much as we ever have.
Vermont Senator Peter Welch spoke with feeling about a library right on the line between Vermont and Quebec that was long a symbol of a friendly, open border.
It makes us feel better and richer when we maintain those emotional ties that we've had with Canada.
But the Trump administration has barred passport-free access for Canadians. And Trump's Homeland Security Chief, Kristi Noem, used the library for a publicity stunt where she jumped back and forth across the borderline, illegally entering Canada while calling the U.S. side number 1 and the Canadian side 51.
This made us heartsick, okay? And that's emotional, it's personal.
The bipartisan delegation included Hillary Clinton's Democratic running mate, Tim Kaine of Virginia, and North Dakota Republican Kevin Cramer, who might at least have some influence with Trump.
The United States has become an adversary to the Canadian people because of the offense that so many have felt. At the same time, the real adversary for the United States and Canada, that our number 1 adversary, is China.
But while Cramer was calling on Canada to unite with the U.S. against China, the U.S. president in Washington was issuing fresh tariff threats against allies in the European Union.
I've been saying to everybody, they've treated us very badly over the years.
Now, China says it's acted in accordance with the law after it executed 4 Canadians. The statement comes after Canada's foreign minister announced that 4 of its citizens had been executed despite pleas for leniency. On Thursday, Beijing suggested the Canadians had been convicted for drug offenses. For more on the story, here's Yana Lee reporting from Beijing.
Beijing has defended its decision to execute 4 Canadian citizens on drug-related charges, arguing that they treat defendants equally regardless of their nationality. Foreign Ministry spokesperson Mao Ning said earlier Thursday that Canada should stop interfering in China's judicial sovereignty. Now, it's not the first time this happens to Canadian citizens, but it's particularly Chinese-born Canadians who are at risk as Beijing does not recognize dual citizenship. The 4 people who were killed this year were dual citizens, as were the 2 Canadians who were executed around a decade ago as well. Currently, there are around 100 Canadians in Chinese jails for various offences. One other death row case is known to the public, that of Robert Schellenberg. His 15-year sentence was upgraded to the capital punishment sentence around about the same time as tensions really soured between Ottawa and Beijing. Back then, the arrest of Huawei CFO Meng Wanzhou and the 2 Michaels really pushed bilateral relations to the brink. So news then that the death sentences were carried out on Canadian citizens this year is a reminder that this bilateral relationship has barely improved. In fact, this Thursday, China's retaliatory tariffs on Canadian goods came into effect. This after Ottawa first announced a 100% duty on Chinese EVs back in August last year.